All right, quick OpenClaw update. So I've been going with it for a long time today, ever since like 7 a.m. in the morning, and now it's like 4 p.m. And I mean, I've been doing it parts just sitting on the computer, like focus, but parts just while I'm eating or doing my chores around the house, or just been like all over, sending like voice messages back and forth, doing like three things in parallel. It's a weird workflow with this thing because it's so flexible, but it's also hard to put it away since you can always like do more stuff. And it's weird, guys, even though it's so automatic, you still end up spending a lot of time without getting that much done. At least for me, that ends up happening. Like more and more, I feel like I'm getting stuff done, but also still I'm spending like way too much time in the technical details. And I don't know why I say I'm gonna stop it, but then it just keeps on happening again and again. Anyways, today set up automations for the first time, so cron jobs that are gonna run at the nighttime for the most part. I have now set up OpenClaw to be my Strava manager, so I'm not gonna really open Strava anymore because it's like a social platform for posting your workouts. And I'll usually open it after a workout to go and like edit the title and description because it's auto generated, and I'll put my own. But so there's like snow shuffling, there's like some gym session, whatever. From from now on, I'm gonna let it do this for me. So it has API access to Strava. I can just text it, tell it what I wanted to edit on my account, but it also knows my training program ahead of time because we discussed it on Monday, what my training plan is for the week. So now it already knows how it should edit the activities as they're posted. I don't have it right now actually listening for Strava event updates. Like Strava can send webhooks. I haven't set that up, so it's just checking every 30 minutes if there's a new activity. That was just slightly easier for me to set up now. Also for uploading images, it can also do that automatically, even though the Strava API doesn't support it, because I built like a browser automation workaround, which is pretty cool. I'm very happy that works. So I set up a cron job for this. Set up a couple of other cron jobs that are kind of boring. It's just auto updating OpenClaw itself. You'll see right now it says a new update. I've on purpose not done this because I want to test if it does it successfully tonight. And it's going to update, and it's going to tell me if it's updated, what are the changes, or it's going to see if it thinks there's something breaking in like the update versus how I've set up my system. Since you start like customizing it more and more, right? It'll instead not update and still tell me in the morning why it didn't update. So it tries to do a little bit of reasoning about, okay, how is this system looking like? How have I customized it? And does that work fine with the update that has come, or is there anything crashing? It's a little bit weird with OpenClaw because a lot of people want to build their same features on top, which are not included in the core package, and then you end up like making your own hacky version. But then if they make that feature as like a core feature later, then suddenly you have a crash between your hack solution and the like official solution. So I haven't run into that yet, and I'm trying to not run into that, but it might happen. For example, there's an issue now. I want to set up voice calling with my OpenClaw, but I haven't done it yet. But I don't know if I should kind of set that up or wait for it to come in an update. I don't know if it's going to come in an update, but I'm kind of assuming it will. And then I don't want that to crash with what I've done myself. But then I also want to have it as fast as possible. So I don't know. Actually, I kind of want to set that up today or tomorrow, to be honest. But I've spent too much time on this stuff for today, so I gotta kind of put it away. Anyways, yeah, we did also auto backup, like auto git committing and pushing, but Git doesn't track everything, but it tracks like the main workspace. But then we also back up the whole, like everything that is the OpenClaw thing. And I just put that on iCloud Drive. That was the easiest for me. And then there's a new thing which is pretty cool. YouTube ingest. What does that mean? Well, every night it's gonna go to my YouTube account, look through my watch history for that day. It doesn't do it with the browser, it does it with API. Then it takes every video I watch that day, gets the transcript, stores that in the system. I have like a database for it. Also, it makes like a summary of the transcript, stores that as well. Because that means that the next day or at any time, I can now discuss with OpenClaw the videos that I watched on YouTube. And for me, YouTube is like the main platform which I get information from. I don't really read news anywhere. I don't listen to podcasts on other platforms. I mostly just watch YouTube, and I don't even watch YouTube that much. I just listen to it. I have the YouTube Premium, so I just listen to YouTube videos as I'm going about my day, or if I'm running certain types of training, not all types. I listen to podcasts or just like videos. And so now that OpenClaw gets it, it can kind of know which information I've consumed, which means what I'll set up later, what like everybody's showing, right? Like the workflow you got to set up is like a morning brief where it tells you news that might be relevant to you. Well, that's cool, but it doesn't know what you already know or don't know. But if it can know like all the information you consume throughout the day, every day, then it also knows for the morning brief what things you already know about and what you don't know about, so you can tailor it even better. So that's the reason I'm setting this up. I'm not setting up the morning brief yet, but it could, for example, be now. It doesn't have to repeat something you already know, or it could expand on something you explored a little bit in the video. Or I'll be like listening to videos about OpenClaw as I'm training, and they'll mention like a bunch of really cool tricks or like specific things about the memory system, for example, like everybody's trying to make the memory system better. But then I'm training, so I don't really have time to watch the video in detail and write stuff down. There's something they said that was important, and I like, so I noticed there's some, I remember there was something important, but I don't remember the details of it. Well, then I would have to go later, find the video again, find that part, the transcript, and then like research it. But now I can actually just next day just tell my OpenClaw like, hey, there was this video, there was this one video I listened to yesterday about the OpenClaw setup. Starts to get a little bit like recursive here, but and he mentioned this one like advice for improving the memory system. Can you find that part of the video, look more into that, research that, and suggest like if we should use that to upgrade our own system? And that's this cool kind of like in this case it would be like a self-improvement loop, but it could also be just for other topics. Like I listened to someone discuss the stock market, and then next day I want to expand on that topic, or maybe just ask questions about the guy that was the guest on the podcast. Now I can do it without really even needing to open YouTube or remember the person. If I can just say anything to refer to the video so that the assistant can understand which video I'm referring to. So I'm really excited about that because I think it's a very specific for me thing. But that's why, I'm setting up for me. YouTube is truly like a main platform of like all the information that comes into my head from the outside world. A lot of it goes through YouTube. So it's really nice way for the system to start to know which information I've consumed. Then, yeah, what's the updates I said? I don't want to keep paying attention to this. So I just have it tell me if there's an update, and then it'll kind of tell me if there's something relevant to the system. Otherwise, a lot of this doesn't really matter that much, so I don't really need to know about it. Yep. And with the Strava thing, also what we're testing this week for the activities that it knows I'm going to do this week, we test some image generation because I've never really played with this before, so it's fun. So I asked it to first generate some images for like, this is for testing because I want to set up an automation that actually does it for the workouts. And it made these generic images that don't look like me. I realized it was because it was just passing a prompt, but not really giving reference images. So I gave it some reference images, and then we used the Google model, which can actually take them. And then they made these one. I asked for like an anime style because it's already fake. So I want it to be clearly fake and not like half real, half fake. And then these look more like me, which is cool. And then I asked it to remove the text. We got some more. And this was good to iterate. We found a style I liked, and now I kept one of these, like this one, I think. I meant to do this one actually. I think I did this one on accident. But yeah, we kept this as a reference image, so it will use that. Um, that and the images of me as a reference for every workout in the future when it's going to create an image this week. So we'll set it up, but I haven't trained yet, so I need to go out and train. I'm doing my first session later today, so then I guess I'll test if it works. That's the update for today.